The Peace Testimony, Part 2. The three main views. The Peace Testimony is not the only view adopted by Christians. It is useful to know there are three main views that have existed and continue to exist within the Church at large. The first one is the just war theory. This theory predates Christianity and was adapted by Augustine in the 4th century. Later, Thomas Aquinas developed it into a systematic theology in the 13th century. He suggested that in order for a war to be just, three things were needful: the authority of the sovereign, a just cause, and a rightful intention. This idea was then developed further by Francisco Vitoria in the 16th century, and then accepted by many, though not all, of the reformers. It continues to be a popular idea among both Protestant and Catholic churches today, but again, not all of them. The criteria given for a just war are: A. It starts with an official declaration of war. B. It is a last resort. C. It is just and with good intentions. D. It is defensive. Its aims are just. E. Must be free of revenge or hate. F. Target should only be military. And G. It should be, when all is done, it will have saved more lives than it killed. H. It's only fought if a clear victory and product of a just outcome can be met. Therefore, most wars have not even lived up to these standards, let alone the standards of any peace testimony. The second one is relative pacifism. This theory suggests that in some cases governments may choose war. However, Christians of such a state would not take up arms. They can work in weapons factories, but never use weapons. Those who hold to this theory also tend to believe that the use of atomic or biological weapons is sinful, but possessing them is needful in order to make nation-states feel unthreatened by other nations. The third main one is absolute pacifism. The term pacifist is misleading in a way, as it seems to indicate not taking action. However, many who hold to this peace testimony are active in politics and religion. This absolutist view teaches that all war is evil, even one said to be defensive. Verses where Jesus tells his followers to turn the other cheek or love your enemy are often taken to be applied not just to the individual, but also to nation-states. Jesus is viewed as the perfect example of peace in that he was led like a lamb to the slaughter without violent protest. The path of non-violence and non-resistance are seen in the life of Christ and sought to be imitated in the life of his followers.